Today marks 1 year and 6 months since we set out full-time RV living.
We launched our PISS video 1 year ago today at 6 months.
What have we learned in those 18 months RVing?
Not very much, right?
But we do have a confession and an apology.
Welcome back to the RV Odd Couple. My name is John.
And I'm Mercedes. We RV pursuing freedom, independence, and adventure.
Because life is so short, guys.
It is. And in this video, I cannot believe 18 months has passed.
It's crazy.
And I love these reflection videos because it's a chance to kind of see where we're at the time.
Yeah.
Some of them have been really high and some of them not so much. But it's a good learning experience, and we're just trying to share what we wish we had known 18 months ago.
We also have a confession and an apology from the PISS video that we put out 1 year ago today. It's actually past 1 million views. We can't believe it.
But before we get into that, let's talk about the good stuff of RV living. And the first thing that these last 18 months have shown us is that absolutely anything is possible.
It is. Anything is possible with God, guys. We set out 18 months ago in search of freedom, independence, and adventure, and that's exactly what we found. We absolutely love our life. We love full-time RVing. Is it all rainbows and butterflies? Of course not. It's still life. It was just a massive shift in lifestyle.
Although anything is possible, make no mistake, you still take yourself with you wherever you go.
And guess what, guys? I'm a lot of work. We figured by purchasing the RV and getting the right truck and buying all the accessories, that's one part of it. What we didn't expect was the massive shift from changing our lifestyle from living in a sticks and bricks to moving into an RV and traveling around the country full time. Not only did we have to have all the material stuff to do that, but Mercedes and I had to go through a lot of changes mentally, physically, and spiritually. A lot more than we had ever imagined.
Yeah, it's almost like getting the RV and the stuff was kind of the exterior, but there was still so much interior work to be done. And speaking of the stuff, because it's intoxicating getting the stuff, one of the things that we learned is that with the exception to safety stuff,
right,
don't buy it until you need it.
Right. We bought thousands and thousands of dollars worth of all kinds of stuff. Some of that stuff is still in the box. Just get the essentials, only what you need to get started.
Make the buying part of the journey.
Exactly.
Don't try to get it all done at once. But despite this whole journey, you know, both the outside stuff and the inside stuff, one of the fundamental things that we've learned is that if you want something you've never had, you're gonna have to do a lot of things that you've never done before.
Exactly, and let's face it, guys, when we set out the first 6-9 months, it was incredible. It was. Everything was brand new. We were going to new places. It was so much fun. But eventually, full-time RV lifestyle is normal, and you are going to have to make some major adjustments in yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yeah, because freedom, independence, and adventure are neither free nor are they easy, but
true.
They are so worth it.
They are so worth it.
All that said, though, none of this matters if you don't take care of your health first.
It's so true.
The health is non-negotiable. There is no RV trip if you're not healthy enough to take the trip.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad because we've run into families and members of the RV Odd Squad who've reached out to us and spent years planning, and then they got into the lifestyle and something major happened with their health.
Yeah.
So what we found, and I'm 54 years old, right? Things don't quite work the way they used to. If I knew I was gonna live this long, right, I would have treated myself a lot better when I was younger.
Well, the important things work, but
But the bottom line, guys, is that your health is number one.
yeah, because you have to have more discipline. I mean, it's not like weekend warrior camping when you're going to do s'mores and you don't have the external world to create the consistency. It has to come from within. So it's even harder. And I think that's why RVing can be dangerous for your weight. you have to work really hard at it and be very consistent.
Yeah, it's about routines, guys. And Mercedes and I have slowly, over the past 18 months, come up with brand new routines. An exercise routine, right? A spiritual routine where we actually find ourselves praying now more than we ever have before.
And I think relating to the health and the discipline that you have to have, the next thing that we've learned is, you know, make your plans, but make them in pencil, right? I mean, everyone's experiencing that with COVID and the campground shutdowns, but I mean, even if you have a breakdown in something in the RV, or it can even be like a health thing that we had to stop for health reasons.
Always have contingencies as you go, and just know that life's going to happen. For us, we got to Florida, we're supposed to be here for the winter, and we got some news about Sage, and now we know we're stuck for 6 to 12 months. We got to Yosemite, we were supposed to be there for 2 weeks. Some birds built a nest in the back of our rig, and we were stuck there for 2 months. So don't be stuck on your plan working out, because the truth is, it usually won't.
And speaking of plans not working out, don't throw away the winter jacket. Okay, I know everyone's plan is to chase 70, but that doesn't happen. You know, between elevation and Mother Nature having a sense of humor, just keep the winter jacket. One of the hardest facts that we've had to come to terms with is that we are going to be judged. You know, family, friends, loved ones are going to judge you. They're either going to think that you're independently wealthy and that all you do is vacation all day, or they're going to think the opposite and that you've gone bum broke and something's wrong with you.
Yeah, our idea of freedom, independence, and adventure is not everybody's idea of freedom, independence, and adventure.
And
we
that's
have
okay.
friends and family that think we're out of our minds.
Yeah.
We literally just had a good friend of mine reach out to me and say, hey, I've got a house in Florida if you want to stay in that instead of the RV.
Yeah, like trying to help us out.
Yeah, and what they don't realize is we love our lifestyle.
Yeah.
We love our rig. We love everything about it. Is everything perfect? No, of course.
No.
It's still going to be life. The grass you think is going to be greener, but you're still going to have challenges.
Oh, it's greener no matter what. When you're in an RV, the house looks greener. When you're in the house, the RV looks greener.
So just know that your friends, family are going to judge you.
The judgment is part of the freedom. So you got to take the good with the bad. For example, one of the best parts of RVing is that we're always together. One of the worst parts of RVing.
We're always together.
And the funniest thing is, like, last week he went to get the oil changed and I like missed him. And before he left, I was really excited that he was leaving. And then he left and I was like, I should call him.
It's so true, guys. I mean, it's such a blessing that we get to be together all the time, 24/7. Now, that can be hard.
Yes.
But it's also wonderful. You know, I have 3 older children, and what a blessing it is, because I know how fast life goes, that I can spend this time with my daughter Sage and watch her grow up. I don't miss a thing. And I do things for her that I didn't do for the first 3. So, you know, being together is good and bad, but ultimately, man, do you become a tight family and a team.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things that we've learned from all of this is that we're not going to stop the learning as much as we'd like to think that we are. And 18 months of RVing does not make us RV experts, and we still need our checklists and we still need to act like newbies.
Yeah, and just like everything, the RV Odd Squad not only taught us how to RV, but they also told us, veterans of doing this 30, you'll never know everything. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be a know-it-all.
Yeah.
You know, if you need help, then ask for it. We're getting pretty good at this, but we also know we'll never know everything.
Yeah, pretty good is about as good as it's gonna get. Okay, guys? No, and speaking of learning, it was a year ago today that we did the pissed video. And looking back at it, I kind of look at that video with a little bit of a different perspective.
Both of us do, yeah. You know, you don't know what you don't know.
If we're brutally honest, and as embarrassing as this is, we lashed out at a community that we wanted to be a part of. And that's not how you make friends.
That's not how you make friends.
We don't regret what we said in that there are some channels out there that kind of exclude people.
Right.
And then there's also some channels that it's like they're more important than the people that they're serving.
They're subscribers, and the subscribers put them there.
Yeah, that still bothers me. But knowing what we know now, it had an unintended consequence. A lot of channels assumed we were talking about them, and we weren't. I don't feel like I owe an apology to everyone in this space.
We don't. We do not.
I do feel like I owe an apology to those that give more than they take.
Yes.
To those that know that their viewers are first and we get to serve them. It's our privilege to serve. I owe an apology to those people.
We assumed that some of the channels that we had spent all this money with in affiliate fees would help us. And the fact is, they owed us nothing.
I wouldn't judge channels for being too busy because now we're eating our own words and we're too busy. But I'm glad that everything happened because it forced us to create our own community. We really set out to help smaller channels. And one of those channels, Randy's Adventures, is killing it.
She is a little fireball. We absolutely love her. We
She's
consider
like the opposite of us, okay? She's a weekend warrior.
Yep.
She's got a small RV.
She camps up in Minnesota in the wintertime.
Yeah, totally the opposite of us.
So go over to Randy's Adventures, check out our YouTube channel, subscribe, give us some love, tell her the RV Odd Couple sent you. We love Randy along with everyone else in the community that we're building, and we'll see you in the next video, guys.